Hello faithful viewers, welcome back to another review. This time we're looking at the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Ironhide. Ironhide here is in a Cybertronian form. I don't know what this is. I haven't a clue. Is it like a Cybertronian camper van or something? Now Ironhide appeared for like 2 frames in that film. Barely in it at all. But you got a figure nevertheless. And it's a pretty cool figure. It's fun. Is the best word to describe this thing. Surprisingly fun. Not like the other Ironhide I've got in my collection. This is a bizarre thing because the character model for Ironhide was constructed, much like the rest of the Autobots, from reused parts from the Bumblebee and the Optimus Prime character models. Now, I can't see anything particularly resembling them in this figure, but well done on the engineers who designed this for creating something out of nothing, basically, because Ironhide never transformed in the film. He didn't have a vehicle mode in the film, but yet they've gone and created this very clever thing here. So credit to the designers. Yeah, he's a red, like, big Cybertronian camper van thing, primarily red obviously. You've got light grey, you've got a yellow trim going on there, and you've got blue translucent windows with a sweet Autobot symbol on the very front there, and that's kind of it really, lacking in a lot of other details, but then again it's not exactly an Earth mode form, is it? They've got some like rivets and stuff there, ventilation, exhausts on the back, and then if we have a look on the underside, you have an idea as to what becomes what. Feet, arms, you can't, oh, you can see the head, it's there. So, you know, but the way that this transforms is very clever. Now, before we look at that transformation, he rolls very well indeed, courtesy of these big wheels you've got going on here. And then he has a gun which stores very neatly on the top there and actually blends in with the vehicle mode very nicely. You can just unplug that, and it's pretty nice looking as well. It's got nice lines all over it, so it's spitting with detail. The barrel is hollow, so if you've got blast effects you could probably stick them in there. I unfortunately don't own any blast effects, and none of my figures come with any, and I see reviews all over YouTube of Studio Series and Kingdom figures coming with blast effects. Mine never have. Ironhide's transformation is very fun. It's very hard to describe exactly what's going on because he basically explodes on you. So, the first thing that we want to be doing, and I have just practiced this off camera.
Ironic.
We want to be releasing the canopy for a start. So, it taps in very securely at several points. You've got some slots down there. And just hinge it completely up and back like that. So you've got that. And then come to the sides here and untap these little bits, which again they plug in at a couple points very securely. It's a very secure figure. And then we want to be rolling out these legs just like that, making sure that you unclip them from the arms here and just roll them out, and then take the tires and roll them that way so they're now facing down, because these will be the front of the legs. And then you can roll the feet out. There's a lot of rolling involved, just like that. And then the arguably complicated part of the figure comes with the hip. It's on a very bizarre system. There's a lot of swinging involved, and it can be a little bit confusing as to the right orientation. But first of all, we want to be rotating the legs at the biceps. That's not the biceps. What the hell was my anatomy? At the thighs, I mean. Did I really just say biceps? Oh, God. Rotate them at the thighs so they are spun 180 degrees. And then let's just take the arms and let's just move them down like that for clearance sake. And then grab him here, unpeg him from these tabs here, and then swing 180 degrees like that. It's very cool. It's quite confusing, but hopefully this review will make it simplified.
Ironic.
And then straighten the legs down like that. They are in their proper orientation now. And then, what we want to be doing is taking the canopy. Let's just bring all of that forward and out of the way. We're not tabbing anything in just yet. And then come to these bits, spread them out, rotate them all the way back like that. So yeah, he's looking a bit exploded at the minute. And then we now want to be coming to this canopy section and just, it's confusing. Then I've done this wrong somehow. I have just practiced this. The amount of hinges that are going on here. Right, so bring it all like that instead, and then hook that over his head, pushing down there at the waist to... This is going well. There we go, now we've got it tabbed in, just like that. Then bring these pieces round, we're having a look at the back, and they just tab in to little spots right there, nice and securely. Keep that bit folded over his shoulders. That doesn't tab in, unfortunately, but it is secure down there at the belly. And then finish off just by rolling the fists out. And there you go, you have a fully transformed Ironhide after a bit of a confusing transformation, but to the transformation's credit, it's very swift and it's very fluid. And it feels like something that when you get the hang of it, you can do it with your eyes closed. Just for the uninitiated, like me, it's a little bit confusing just because of the amount of hinges you've got going on, the amount of this whole swinging system in the torso. It just makes you a bit confused as to what way round he's actually meant to be. But when you've got him, you've got a fabulous looking robot mode. Look how solid that is. And how clean. I mean, he's got no backpack whatsoever. That is astounding. This figure's engineering is very, very well thought out indeed. His profile is immaculate. He is so G1 inspired, it's crazy. Just spectacular, to be honest. And if we have a look at the head sculpt in greater detail, you can see a lot of silver paint on the face, nice red G1 head, and he should have light piping. Even his windows light up. That is beautiful. Panning down the rest of the figure, we can see he retains the Autobot symbol on his chest, and some very nice torso detailing is revealed right there. Coming down to look at the legs, you've got like this pale grey going on at the thighs. Let's get my terminology right, shall we? And yeah, nice blocky legs, very reminiscent of G1 Ironhide. He's just a superb looking figure, spitting full of detail in his robot mode as opposed to his vehicle mode, which is a little bit light on it, but this mode more than makes up for anything lacking in the vehicle mode's design. Superb. As for Ironhide's blaster, he can hold it in his hands just like so. It's a decently snug fit and you can't see that because it's blurred. But you can hold it just like that. And then he actually has weapon storage in robot mode as well. So if you want to rotate it barrel up, and then to the side you can see there's a square tab and a port on his back, and it just slots in on a diagonal angle just like that. And that looks very nice as well. In terms of articulation, Ironhide's head is on a ball joint, so he can rotate 360 degrees, he can look up only about that far, and he can look down only about that far. So up and down is a little bit limited, but there is some there. At the shoulders, you have a 360 swivel. You can spread his arms out a good amount like that. He has, get ready for it, a bicep rotation. He has a 90-degree bend at the elbow. And in terms of the fists, they can roll in and out for transformation purposes. He has a 360-degree waist swivel. He has no ab crunch of any kind. He has a beautiful spread. He has a very impressive forward kick. He has a very impressive back kick. He has thigh rotation of 360 degrees. He has a very good 90-degree bend as well. And then at the feet, he has in and out like that due to transformation, but he does also have a little bit of ankle pivot. Overall articulation for Ironhide is amazing, actually. A very well articulated deluxe class figure. Absolutely well done. For size comparisons, here is our Studio Series Bumblebee Ironhide with our Studio Series Bumblebee RC. Here is this Ironhide up against my latest, as of this video, Transformers purchase, being the Dark of the Moon Cyberfire Bumblebee. Here he is with the man, the myth, the legend, Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide. Infamous on my channel, for this. And then to top it off, here he is next to Mysterio. So there we go, that has been our look at the Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Deluxe Class Ironhide. I love this thing. It was a very surprise gift at Christmas when Anthony got me him, and I am more than happy to have this guy in my collection. He's so much fun, and for a deluxe he's so well articulated, so well detailed, he's just really cool. Now his transformation in concept is quite simple, but for the first few times that you do it, it is a little bit confusing, as I've said. But when you get the hang of it, it's just bristling, full of originality and very well thought out engineering. I have absolutely no problems with recommending you this Ironhide. He's so good. He is honestly so good. No offence, Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide, but this guy is 1,000 times better. He's just 1,000 times better. This is so... Get one of these. Absolutely get one of these. Just do it. This or Ratchet, you know, I think the Ratchet is basically the same mould as this, just a few differences here and there. Ironhide, I think, probably looks a little bit better. I think the red benefits him a lot more. But anyway, get this thing. Thank you everybody so much for stopping by and checking out this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it around to help out the channel. And until the next time, see y'all later.